Congressman Lieu, if I can come back to you, and as someone who's served at the municipal level, at the state level, and now, of course, at the national level, to say nothing of the bill that you introduced on the City and State Diplomacy Act, what are the things that local governments or state or regional or provincial governments can do in terms of diplomacy and international engagement that maybe national level governments can't do? Where's the value add for subnational governments getting involved in the global stage?
Thank you for that question. Subnational governments have been doing this for a long time, whether we recognize it or not. And if you look at the United States, with such a large country, it's impossible for our federal government to really deal with all the different cultural exchanges, business meetings, and other exchanges that are happening on any given day. We have over 19,000 cities and towns in the United States. Many of them, for example, have sister city arrangements with cities around the world. And any given week, they're having cultural exchanges, trade delegation meetings, and all these interactions with people around the world. And most of this is happening at the city, county, or state level, not at the federal government level, just because of the sheer size of America. And we need to recognize that that is happening and then to help promote it. And we also know that a lot of the important issues facing us in the 21st century, such as climate change, require not just federal action, but also state and city action. Because the United States is a federalist system, the federal government has limited powers. And so cities and states often have more power, for example, to reduce greenhouse gas emissions within their own jurisdiction. And if they can partner with other cities and states around the world to do that, that makes it even more powerful. And so there is a huge value added if we can promote subnational diplomacy, and that's what my bill seeks to do.
And if I could ask you a follow-up question as well, what would be the ideal, I guess, partnership between the State Department and local governments? Do you see a role for the national level governments to be more prescriptive or define what the role should be for subnational governments, or is it better to just be laissez-faire?
Right. It would be for the State Department to assist their cities and counties and states who are engaging with governments around the world or with chambers of commerces and businesses around the world. With every passing year, everyone gets more interconnected globally. And I believe the United States federal government not only needs to recognize that, but also help cities and states and counties do that foreign diplomacy with other jurisdictions around the world, because it's already been happening. It's going to continue to happen. And a lot of these cities and states, a lot of these cities are very sophisticated. They know what's happening, but there are also smaller cities who maybe they don't have the personnel to be able to interact with another sister city very well around the world, or to deal with an incoming trade delegation. And so the federal government can assist that way. It can also provide information as to what exactly, for example, the federal government is doing in terms of foreign policy, so that cities and states don't take actions that may be counter to what the administration is trying to do at a national level. And I think a lot of just information sharing would be quite helpful, so that cities, states, and counties and the federal government are on the same page when dealing with foreign states and cities around the world.